G'day guys, Carl Jochimson here, ICAST 2021 with the guys from Hobie. They have just absolutely killed it this year in 2021 where they've got so many exciting new products in the kayak, inflatable, everything is so new and innovative. And my favourite product out of all of them is the brand new Mirage Lynx. And so it's almost like a hybrid. I just think this is the coolest boat that I have seen when it comes to kayak fishing. As far as just versatility, ease of use, it's 45 pounds, so anybody can lift it, take it down to the lake, in the pond. You're sitting up high with the Hobie seat, and then you've got the forward and reverse Mirage Drive pedal system in it as well. So it's a very advanced boat. You can put your sounders on it, you can put a graph, you can put a shallow water anchor, H crate, you can have all of the fishing features that you want in a kayak, but it's ultra light, it's 11 foot. It's called the Mirage Drive Lynx, and it's the latest product here from Hobie at ICAST 2021, and I'm excited to get in this thing this year. It's going to be fun.
Hey, my name is Hans Nutz. I'm with Bonafide Kayaks. I'm going to give you guys a rundown on the P127. This is our new pedal drive kayak for Bonafide Kayaks. So I want to tell you really quickly sort of who Bonafide Kayaks, who we are. We are kayaks designed by anglers for ultimate fishability. So a lot of people think, oh, I could never fish out of a kayak, it'll tip over, I have too much gear. We're working on that. We're making kayaks that are really designed specifically so you can stand, you can cast, you have lots of range. You have all the gear and equipment that you would want to have on a larger boat. We're bringing it to kayaks, and now you can get into more remote locations. You can get into the skinny water, or you can just get out and have some solitude. So Bonafide Kayaks, we are about ultimate fishability. And I want to show you this P127. This is an example of one of our boats. This is a new boat this year. Our customers love the fact that we add a lot of fishing features, but we brought out a pedal drive this year. This is the Propel Drive. So one thing that's great about the Propel Drive is that it is a prop drive. It drops through a center slot in the boat. This is all sealed up, so this is a fully open center scupper. This will give you a lot of range in the boat, and with that, with the pedal drive, we have a nice stadium style seat. This is extra wide, gives you a little extra room, lots of room to stand up, and room for your gear under the seat. So your Plano boxes, all your soft plastics can store under the seat. But you pair this nice, comfortable, extra wide seat. You can pop right to your feet and be casting. You've got a lot of room for flexibility with gear storage in the back. One of the things that's really cool about fishing kayaks is that you can get into remote locations. So we also have the ability to add accessories like this sidekick. So this is a wheel system that pops out, drops down. You can now move your boat around a little bit easier up the boat ramp. And you've got a lot of room back here for storage. The pedal drive system, or the P127, also really works, the pedal drive works great with a rudder. So we have a new rudder system on this boat. It's a drop-down rudder, so it's protected in the back, but this is a catamaran-style hull. So you get unbelievable stability out of this boat, and it still goes relatively quick as you're pedaling it, lakes, rivers, inshore, hunting redfish, things like that. So you got a lot of flexibility. Speaking of features that you would have on other boats, power pole. This is a power pole mount ready at the back. It's also good for mounting trolling motors, so you can motorize this boat and get even more range out of it. So a lot of room on this boat. We store paddles at the back, so if you're pedaling the boat, you still want to have a paddle. It will if the boat paddles great. So let me show you a couple more things that are kind of cool. We put a lot of features into it. We have molded in rod holders, things like places to add accessory rod holders in the back, so you can take all your rods with you. Room in the back for battery storage, so if you motorize the boat, you've got a place to add your battery. And then we've also got rod tip storage down the side, so you can set some rods down. If, let's say you're going under a bridge or a tree or something, you can get your rods down and out of the way. And then up front, we've got storage as well. in the tank well. And if you take you can see down inside there's room to add, you can store your poles for transportation, things like that. You can store your poles down inside. So a lot of room for storage, a lot of room for accessorizing these boats. And then if paddle is not enough, you can add power, you can add motors. We've got mounts even on the bow. You can add, for example, you can add a motor guide up front, and you've got all the mobility. It's packed into a boat that is 12 foot, 7 inches long. It's 34 inches wide. It weighs 100 pounds. So this is what we're doing at Bonafide Kayaks, is we're making boats that you can fish out of and just get out and have a good day. I'm going to give you a quick intro into some of the more specific features on our boats. One of the questions I get asked quite a bit is, how do you stand in these boats? Well, we've developed a catamaran hull design for these boats, and we've matched the stability in that hull with a seat height that's really great. So you can paddle this boat, you can pop up to your standing position so easy. It's like getting out of your home chair, your office chair. There are 2 heights on this particular seat, but you can see it's as high as let's say sitting on a cooler or something like that. So with the stability of the hull paired with the seat, it's great for fishing. It's a lot of stability to keep you up so you can sight fish while you're on a kayak like this, which seems crazy, but it's really quite easy to do. And then another thing that we've done along with the seat is we've paired it with something, we call this the junk drawer, and this gives you the ability to just store your tackle underneath. So again, one thing about kayaks is you want all your gear stored as close as you can to your seating. So you've got room underneath the seat for your soft plastics and all those things. And then up front, I'll show you a couple other interesting details. We're now bow mounting trolling motors. So this is the Motor Guide XI3. We've got a bow mount bracket. The battery stores towards the stern, balances out the boat, and now you're really off and rolling with a Motor Guide. And then one more thing I'll show you. Fish finders, obviously a big thing. So we've designed into this boat a center pod. You can store, if you have a smaller battery, you can put a battery in here. Fish finder mounts on top, and then your transducer is mounted underneath, and that drops through the center scupper hole. So it's all contained in one unit that you can pop out of the boat. So that's the fish finder. So those are a couple features on this Bonafide SS 127. Those are the kinds of features that we're building into our boats so that we can take all the powerboat type features and build them into these fishing kayaks. This boat, by the way, is around 90 pounds, and it can go in less than 4 inches of water. And if you get into even skinnier water than that, you hop out and you walk it. So you can get into some really great remote spots as well. And you just get the solitude of being out there by yourself and kind of enjoying it from that perspective. So again, Bonafide Kayaks, this is what we're doing at Bonafide. We're bringing fishability to kayak fishing, so you have a great day when you're out.